morning, students. How are you today?
Fine, thank you. And you?
Thank you. I am very good now that I'm with you. Now we have the literacy class. And today we are going to have a really special activity that is called guided reading. Okay, in the guided reading we are going to see the book Poppleton, the Library. It's a really cute book about a pig in the country. In this activity, you are going to read by yourselves and I'm going to help you because I know that you can do it. You are experts in reading. Before we start the book, have you ever been to a library? I want you to think. When was the last time that you went to a library? Why do you go to a library?
I've been to my school's library
Okay.
and I read. I love reading in there because there's lots of books in there.
And going to the library is a very fun activity, right?
Yes.
And why might someone visit the library every week?
Because they love reading.
For me, I love reading, so I go to the library at least once a week to choose a different book.
Wow.
Okay, so the vocabulary you need to know for this book, there are these words that you have to know. For example, library. I know that you know library because we just saw it.
Yes.
A parade is when people gather in the streets and march to celebrate something. For example, we have the military parade. You know?
Yes, we saw it in social studies.
Yes, very good, Maria Gracia. Then we have spread. That is the action of flatten down something and esparcir. You know? For example, when you have bread in the morning, you add butter and you spread the butter. Then we have lip balm. That is like plastic. The pocket watch is a mini watch that's circled like this and has a chain and it goes inside of your pocket. Then we have the duffel. That is a type of bag that you use, for example, when you go to PE and you have to change clothes. You use that type of bag. Then we have a tissue that we use it for blowing our noses when we are having a cold or something, and then we have the word dreamy. That is like a state, like when you're dreaming, for example. Dreamy is when you're like in the day, like dreaming. Okay?
Okay.
The book is a story, so it's a type of narrative text. A narrative text tells a story and it usually has characters, a setting, beginning, middle, and end. Who do you think the main character is? Looking at the cover here.
The pig. The name. It was Poppleton.
Yes, very good. Where might the story take place?
In a library.
Very good, Maria Gracia. Maria Gracia, I want you to read the first page, please, with loud voice and reading glasses. Reading glasses, very good. So, start reading.
Poppleton went to the library every Monday. Monday was always Poppleton's library day.
Oh my God, Maria Gracia, you read really good, very good pronunciation.
Thank you.
Although, here we have a full stop. So when we have a full stop, we stop and we take a time to breathe and then we keep going reading, okay?
Okay.
Can you do that here? No. Let's better. I'm going to read it first. We are going to do an echo reading. So
Okay.
I'm going to read it first and then you read it. If Cherry Sue invited him to tea on Monday,
If Cherry Sue invited him to tea on Monday,
Poppleton would say, "Sorry, library day."
Poppleton would say, "Sorry, library day."
Very good, Maria Gracia. Jacinta, can you please read this page? Very, very good. But please, library. Repeat after me. Library. Yes, very good. Let's do a word search. How many words do you see that end in I and ry? Maria Gracia, yes,
7.
7. And which are the words? Can you please tell me?
Monday,
Mhm.
say, library, day, library,
Again, yes.
day,
Uh-huh.
and very.
Very good, Maria Gracia. You're doing such an amazing job today.
Thank you.
Now, Belen, can you read this page, please? Very good pronunciation. I love it. So, what things do you bring when you go to the library? For example, I bring a snack to the library because I get hungry. So, what things do you bring to the library, Maria Gracia?
I bring a bookmarker to the library.
Ah, good choice. You need a bookmarker to the library. Here we have Poppleton reading and his head stuck in a book. So these pages you're going to read it alone and I'm going to monitor and see if you're reading correct.
Do we have to read them out loud or
If
in
you
our
want
head?
to, yes, you can read aloud.
Poppleton liked adventure stories. He buried his head in an adventure book every Monday and left it there all day long. Sometimes he needed a tissue for a sad part. Sometimes he needed lip balm for a dry part. Sometimes he needed his pocket watch for a slow part. But he loved his adventure.
Now that I hear that everyone finished reading these pages, why was Poppleton upset at the library? Yes, Maria Gracia?
Because he read a very sad part.
Oh, and that's why Poppleton was sad. Poor Poppleton. Okay, so let's read these pages together. This page, but in a whispering voice. Okay? So let's have our very good whispering voice. At the end of the day, Poppleton finished the story. He thanked the librarian and packed up his things in his stuff. Very good, girls! Now, Paula, can you please read the next page? Very good. Just as Maria Gracia, you have a full stop here. And when we have a full stop, we stop and take a time, breathe, and then we keep going. Also, we have the word slowly. Repeat after me, slowly. Oh, very good. Now you got it. And here we have Poppleton going to his house after a very fun library day. Now we have after reading activities for the book. The first activity is that you have to create a schedule for Poppleton. You know that Poppleton goes to the library on Mondays, but what does Poppleton do, or what do you want Poppleton to do on Tuesday?
He can eat pancakes.
Very good, he can eat pancakes on Tuesday. And then after this activity, we are going to do another activity. First, you have to write and draw what happened in the story. So you have here the squares, and you have to draw what happened in the beginning, the middle, and the end. And then you're going to explain it. Then we have the second part, that you have to make a list of 4 items that you will bring to the library. We said that I would bring a snack and Maria Gracia would bring a bookmark to the library. So what would you bring? So you have to write it here. And you have the sentence starter. I would bring a snack. And the last part, if you saw Poppleton crying in the library, what would you do? For example, if I saw Poppleton in the library crying, I would give him a hug. What would you do? So you have the sentence starter here. If I saw Poppleton crying in the library, I would, and then you have to complete with the action. Thank you. Do you like the book?
Yes.
Tomorrow we are going to do a read aloud activity. So come to class.